A vintage car that has been sealed away in dust for many years. What exactly has it been through? Guys, a friend from Changsha, Hunan sent me a photo saying there was an old Mercedes and asked me if I wanted it. When I looked at the photo, the Mercedes actually looked pretty good. But behind that Mercedes, there was another car, a vehicle from the 1930s or 1940s. So we're heading to Changsha, Hunan to see if we can bring that car in the back home as well. Let's go. Time to set off. Guys, I've arrived in Changsha. The car is in the underground garage behind us. Let's go check out what kind of car it really is. Let's go, everyone. The owner said the lights in this garage sometimes turn on and sometimes don't, so I brought a flashlight in advance to make it easier to inspect the car. Wow, it's so cool in here. The temperature in Changsha right now is about 40 degrees outside, but this underground garage is nice and chilly. Feels like stepping into a cave. Guys, do you see this? This is a Mercedes, a first-generation Mercedes from the 1980s with a thick, extended W23 chassis. We're not here for this car. This is the one we want. Come, let's take a look. An American car from the 1940s. The brand doesn't even exist anymore, guys. This is called a Packard. Oh my gosh! This car is incredibly rare. The keel cover is still here. Let's check out the interior. The steering wheel is here. The seat fabric doesn't really look original, though. See that? The radio. There's a lever missing here. My God, let's look at the engine. Look, over here, the water froze and cracked it. But look at the oil line. That part seems to have been repaired before. This is truly a car with a story. A car from the 1930s, 40s being preserved until today. Who exactly was the previous owner? Guys, let's talk to the owner about the price and see if we can secure it. Sir, I really like this car a lot. When we came, we mentioned a certain price, but now the price is too high. The lighting in this garage is a bit dim, so I won't scare everyone on camera. Anyway, deal closed at 23, and this car is definitely worth it. We'll talk more after we get back. Let's quickly get it loaded onto the flatbed truck.
Guys, I didn't expect things to go this smoothly. This time I didn't arrange a flatbed truck in advance, so I had to hire one at a high price. This car really can't be left here overnight. We need to load it up as quickly as possible.
Guys, after struggling for the whole afternoon, we finally got the car loaded. Let's head home. The weather here in Changsha, it really doesn't suit me. I'm leaving. It's just the way of reuse auto service right here. Thank you, Master. Guys, the Packard from the 1930s has finally arrived home. Many friends told me that I overpaid for this car, saying it's worth at most $20,000 or $30,000. But I personally think that spending $23,000 to buy a vintage car from the 1930s, 40s is actually a great deal. Because, as old Wong next door told me, if I fix it up, it could earn a lot of money. So next, we're going to start restoring it. Guys, I must have been way too excited when buying the car. Look at its condition. Large areas of rust all over the body. And the worst part is that the floor pan is completely rusted through. Who knows how many years this car's been sitting in that underground garage. But don't think I've made a loss here. After repairing it, I'm planning to rent it out to film crews or advertising companies. And who knows, if the director thinks I look handsome, maybe he'll happily give me a small role. If that happens, then I'll really be making a fortune. The
rust on this car is way too severe. Many of the screws are completely seized, so it took me 2 full days just to remove all the exterior parts. Guys, and this isn't even the most depressing part. The most depressing thing is 90% of these exterior parts need to be refurbished and restored. Now the body shell and the chassis have been separated. Seeing this complete chassis, you can probably tell that this car is front-engine, rear-wheel drive. When it comes to classic front-engine, rear-wheel drive cars, the first thing that pops into my mind is the Ferrari 599, the dream car of so many boys. And of course, I'm no exception. Alright guys, we've already removed the engine. Now we're taking off all the parts from the chassis. Later, we'll send them out for sandblasting. This chassis is built incredibly solid. It rolled off the production line in the 1940s. That's several decades ago, and yet it hasn't rusted through. If it had rusted through, we'd really have to call in the metalworking masters from Batien to fix it. After completely stripping down the whole car, we're moving into the most time-consuming and labor-intensive stage of this restoration: bodywork and panel repair. Since the doors and other panels are severely rusted, wherever something needs to be cut out, we'll cut it. Wherever needs to be ground down, we'll grind it down. Our goal is to restore it as closely as possible to its original condition.
After 3 or 4 days of relentless effort, we finally managed to separate the car body from the chassis. Next, it was time to remove and overhaul the engine. 3 years ago, I spent a little over 10,000 yuan to buy this 1946 Shanghai Big Boss style classic car. I honestly thought I had found an incredible deal, a true hidden gem. Getting a 1946 vintage car for just over 10,000 yuan felt like winning the lottery. Well, it turns out I really did win something, just not in the way I hoped. When I opened up the engine, I discovered the pistons were made of wood with steel rods attached. Now that the engine's been disassembled, just look at those wooden pistons. We've taken off the cylinder head, and I truly hope the heavens will favor me, that at least the connecting rods and bearings are still intact. But reality hit me hard, like a slap in the face, pulling me back to earth. At this point, there's no turning back. I can only press forward bravely. Those wooden pistons. Let's take a look at my so-called grand prize. Oh, I really don't want to face this reality. Look at the first cylinder. Not too bad, still barely usable. Now the second cylinder. Let me give you a close-up. See this spot on the surface? There's a big dent right there. The third cylinder is slightly better, but still full of small pits. Not good either. And the fourth cylinder, completely ruined. Look, there's a huge scratch and another deep crater. Oh my God, it's basically a total disaster. I'm speechless. I checked online, and a complete engine rebuild kit for this car, including shipping, costs about 13,490 yuan. My goodness, if my wife finds out how expensive restoring this old car is, she'll probably kill me. Even though the parts are ridiculously pricey, without them, there's no way to bring this car back to life. So I gritted my teeth, risked my life, and bought all the parts anyway. I just hope my wife never sees this video. And even more, I hope all this effort is worth it. I'm determined to restore this 1946 classic and bring its engine back to life. While waiting for the new parts to arrive, I removed all the old steel sleeves and replaced them with new ones. The water plugs on the engine block were badly corroded, so I replaced all of those too. Man, the inside was filthy, full of rust sludge, metal debris, and all sorts of grime. I cleaned it all out thoroughly with a pressure washer until every bit of dirt was gone. Finally, the engine block is done. Let's pick up the pace and keep going. A new car deserves a fresh look, so we gave the engine block a new coat of anti-rust paint, a brand new outfit, so to speak. All the engine components were thoroughly cleaned and serviced. After more than a month of waiting, the parts finally arrived. Brand new connecting rods wrapped in oiled paper, piston pins, spacer rings, bearings, and 6 brand new pistons. At this point, all the engine components have been fully cleaned and maintained, and the new parts are ready to go. Let's turn up the music and get back to work. Time to give it everything we've got. The engine is finally assembled. Now let's get ready to start her up. Ha ha ha! Here we go again. Let's fire it up.
Now we're taking the body shell, the exterior parts, and the chassis to get sandblasted. This time it wasn't easy to find a large sandblasting facility in Wuhan because our workload is too small for most places. After contacting several friends, we finally found a factory willing to take the job. The sandblasting facility is huge, guys. Feels like it's big enough to sandblast a Type 59 tank along with a milk bottle. Everyone, take a look at the results after sandblasting. A professional is still a professional after all. This is what I was talking about earlier. The chassis is in excellent condition. After sandblasting, you can see there isn't a single problem. Right now, it's the rainy season in Wuhan, so we need to quickly apply an anti-rust primer to prevent it from rusting again. Alright guys, now we finished sandblasting the chassis. We often restore cars for the master, and he knows that as long as the engine is fine, everything else is okay. So we just clean everything thoroughly, then repaint the exterior to bring it back to its factory condition. Once that's done, it will look very, very good. After putting the body shell back on, we started preparing the paintwork. This time, I plan to do a two-tone scheme, off-white combined with TF Milky Brown. The result is going to look amazing. TF Milky Brown is a color as noble and elegant as Bordeaux Red. Many vintage cars follow this color philosophy. TF Milky Brown lies between blue and green, a slightly muted greenish shade. It's a bit lighter than the familiar duck egg green, like a clear spring flowing gently through the heart, exuding freshness and elegance. This is the main reason I chose it. Let's take a look at the effect of the sprayer. Guys, the Packard has reached a critical stage. Look at this. After spending over 20,000 yuan, all the chrome parts for the car have arrived. This is the grille. Once we install it, the car really comes to life. These chrome trim pieces were sent to a friend in Fujian for plating. Look at them, sparkling and shiny. Wow, they're so beautiful. Guys, I don't want to wait a second longer. Let's start it up and test it. First, see if the engine can run. Second, see if we can get it moving. The wiring is a bit complicated, so we need to trace the connections first. Once the electricity is connected, okay, here's the start. A bit rudimentary, but it works.
Let's try it one more time. It's acting up on me. Just now when I tried to start it, nothing worked. After messing around for a while, I finally found the problem. The connector was fried. Really, thank heavens. Luckily, I had a brand new spare part in stock. Let's try it again. Okay, let's go. After more than a month of relentless effort, we finally got this 1940s Packard running. The feeling of driving it is truly magical, like stepping back in time. Imagine driving a car like this in the 1940s. How cool would that have been? Let's give it a little reverse. It has reverse gear too. Next, we're going to restore all the detailed parts. The interior, the chassis, everything needs reinforcement, and the chrome pieces will be installed properly. Right now, I plan to restore the car's interior with a wood grain hydrographic water transfer finish. When restoring vintage cars, the key is restore old as old. After thinking it through, I decided that a wood grain pattern best suits this classic car. For hydrographics, we also need to spray a layer of gasoline on top. Some of you might wonder why. Actually, this step removes grease and enhances the adhesion of the hydrographic film, making the pattern clearer. Here's the shine after degreasing. Later, we'll apply a clear coat, which will further enhance the gloss. Guys, this money is really well spent. The result is truly shiny and stunning. Ever since we started restoring this 1940s Packard, it's received so much attention and support from everyone. All I can do is speed up the restoration. All right, guys, I won't keep talking. Let's just work faster and get it done. After another 2 days of relentless effort, we finally finished assembling the exterior and interior. This is how the Packard looked when it first arrived. The exterior was completely wrecked. The interior was pretty damaged, and the worst part was the huge hole in the floor of the cockpit. I ended up listening to old Wang next door, who tempted me by saying that if I restored this car properly, I could make a fortune, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Honestly, I originally just planned a simple restoration, but once I started taking it apart, wow, there were so many areas that needed repair. The path was my own choice. The work was my own doing.
I had no other option but to push forward. So I spent over 2 months restoring it to the current state.
This 1940s Packard has finally been fully restored after more than 2 months of work. This car carries a lot of history, so I plan to keep it in the Gaobang Park area of Wuhan, creating a home dedicated to vintage cars. This video is really long, over 10 minutes. Whoever makes it to the very end must really love this old Packard. If you do, leave an 8 in the comments. Thank you all for your support. The story between me and the master will continue.